Hi there, and welcome to the first ESGN Battlefield Dispatch. In these little casts, we're going to be going over what's happening in the BF3 community at esgn.com.au, and we're going to have some news about ESGN events and tournaments, some great clips of people getting shot and blown up in various ways, and as Turtle Beach has come on board as a primary sponsor, we may even have some giveaways to announce as the cast continues throughout the season. We're looking at this being a long-term and regular cast to show off the ESGN competitive community to the world at large, and to build the community further as we head into BF4 later this year. Now for our first episode, we wanted to go over the biggest piece of news, which is the launch of the ESGN Turtle Beach Infantry Tournament. This was born out of the Rumble in the Rubble one-day comp we held about 4 months ago for the release of the Aftermath expansion. It turned out to be a great hit amongst the community, and so we went to work making a full league tournament for the format. The rules are pretty simple. We're playing Conquest on most of the smaller maps in the game, 60% tickets with 6 players aside, and no vehicles at all, not even for transport. So it's all just pure gunplay, mano a mano, with lots of interesting tactics sure to come out by the teams. Very few restrictions on equipment, but some of them are critical, so we'll just go over them briefly. Firstly, there are no extended mags with LMGs. Secondly, no spawn beacons allowed for recon. Thirdly, no slug rounds on any capable weapon. And finally, the most important one is that the AN-94 and AEK-971 assault rifles have been banned, meaning those who've been somewhat relying on them for their assault work through the game will need to pick up something different and give it a go. We should see some pretty interesting decisions by the teams on what to play and when, and we've always tried to limit the number of restrictions in ESGN comps. For the most part, that's worked out pretty well for us. Now on to the teams. There are 8 teams in the Pro bracket and 7 teams in the Inters, with a nice cash prize going to the winners in the Pros, courtesy of Turtle Beach. Let's go over the teams just briefly, and we can give you an idea about who's playing. We have in the Pro bracket Feel the Panic, Weed, Soldiers of Rage, Equilibrium, Ascension, the Festy Heads, the Plumbers, and finally Trolls for Lols. In the Intermediates we have To the Death, Ascension, Team Beer, Winter is Coming, the People's Republic of ESGN, DCM Muppets, and DCM Young Guns. Teams to watch out for in the Pros I think will definitely be the Festy Heads, who've shown they have what it takes in Squad Rush. They went basically 11-0 in the last season. Then there's the Plumbers, who are made up mostly of formerly idolised players. There's a couple of mercs in there. They're a dominant infi team from Squad Rush origins. And Ascension, or the team formerly known as LBS, who have some of the hardest hitters in the game. Now all the teams in Pro have a shot at it though. We've seen some really interesting lineups appear for this competition, and it'll be fascinating to see how they play to their strengths and exploit others' weaknesses. We'll be speaking to the captains of as many of these teams and clans as possible over the coming weeks, and reporting on the week's results as well. So make sure you check out ESGN's homepage and our YouTube channel, which is at esgn.com.au, and the YouTube channel is ESGNAUS, or ESGNOS. Watch for new uploads and interviews there. I'm sure we'll have much more content for you as time goes on. We're also putting the call out to all the teams with recorders in this competition to put up a highlights reel of their matches so we can share some of those only in Battlefield moments with all of you out there. Plans are also in motion for a monthly community montage effort to celebrate some of those insane kills and, quite frankly, downright awesome trolls that many of you do day in and day out on the battlefield. One more piece of news that I'd like to share is that OG Viking's first ESGN community montage has made it up to the DRMB channel. We're all very proud of his efforts there. Thanks again, Mr. Viking. And make sure you'll check out his latest Best of 1000 Hours montage that he's just posted up on the forums. It does look damn nice. Now, if you need any help, or you need to know who to speak to, just hit me up with a message on the esgn.com.au BF3 forums, or even through Battlelog or Xbox Live as well. My gamertag is II Orchid II. I'm always available for a chat and happy to assist you guys with anything that I can. So with this very brief intro to the comp and the teams, I'll leave you all. This is Old Man Orchid signing off from the deck of the carrier.
Attack this objective!